I love playing volleyball, and it's something I know I'm good at, so I don't have to worry about entering the working world. But worst case scenario, if my body's just not feeling it after this year or the next, I want to go to law school. So that's that's a huge part of why I want to make as much money as I can, because I'm not trying to have student loan. Yeah. So as much as I love playing volleyball, I'm also using it to set me up for whatever career path I want to take.
Realest podcast on the planet, JNP.
We're back. Yaasmeen BG in the house. Yaasmeen Bedart-Ghani, thanks for coming.
Of course. I'm happy to be here.
Off to Italy?
Yes.
Monday?
Yes.
Wait, what was that story you were just telling me? You fucking threw your ID in the...
Oh, yeah. I accidentally threw my wallet away inadvertently through like 5 different steps, but it made it into the dumpster, and I had to go find it this morning in Koreatown.
And you went and got it successfully.
Successful
There's
retrieval of the
somebody
wallet.
watching out for you with that.
I thought so because, first of all, there wasn't that much traffic, which going to Koreatown like is usually pretty rough. Only took me 30 minutes, and then I pull up right in front of the shop, and there's an open...
Your mic's falling. My bad.
Sorry.
My things. You could like push it down a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Or like just the actual mic. Yeah. I think that might help you out a little bit. My bad. It's not.
I'll just hold it. I can hold it. Like that. Okay.
However you're feeling.
Is that okay?
Yeah. That looks good.
Okay.
My bad.
Where was I? Oh, so I pull up to the shop. There's a parking spot right in the front, unheard of, and the meter already has 15 minutes in it.
So somebody's
That's
watching
what
out
I knew.
for you.
I was like, you know what? Either I'm getting prepared to like not have a wallet, and they're trying to like, whoever's looking out for me is like, well, I'll give you this before you lose your wallet, or it's just, I got you. Like, I'm gonna find my wallet. It's gonna be easy breezy, and I'm gonna make it to breakfast. So it worked out.
And you made it.
I made it.
And you're off to Italy Monday?
Yes.
So we've been trying to get you in
Monday.
here, but you're always in and out of the States.
Oh my goodness. I'm never in Los Angeles for more. This was the longest amount of time I've been here, and I think it's been 10 days.
Yeah.
And that's like between going to school
and playing volleyball, right?
Yeah.
So you were in the Philippines for playing pro volleyball.
Yes.
I'd like to hear a bit about that, because that's like...
It was amazing. The Philippines, I love Manila. Like, the people there are probably like the nicest people I've ever met. Like the sweetest, most caring people.
Damn, like, so I didn't even know there was like pro volleyball.
Yeah.
Like that. We were talking about it before, but...
Yeah. So I can kind of go over it a little bit. So basically, when you think of overseas pro basketball, it's the same thing. It's the same season length. You have championships, you have cups during the year. It's basically all the same, and not a lot of people know that it even exists, but it's really growing, and like it's huge in Europe. Like volleyball is really big in Europe now, and in Asia as well.
So what's like the biggest league? Like what's like the NBA for indoor?
That's tough. I think the highest level to play is A1 Italy.
A1 Italy.
Yeah.
Is that where you're?
I'm playing A2 Italy.
What does the A stand for?
It's just the level of league.
Okay.
So it's like A1 is the Superliga, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm like pretty sure, but I'm still kind of learning like everything about Italian volleyball. But A1 Italy, that's where all of like the girls who play on their national team, they'll be on those teams usually. And then there's top teams in Turkey as well.
So Turkey's good too? Yeah.
So Turkey's first league is really good, or at least they have a few like really, really good teams.
Is there any league in the States?
No, there's no league
in
the US.
States.
No, not at all. And I think I heard rumblings about possibly having a team, but I think with the NBA and like all these other, like you have the NFL and everything, like I don't know if I would love for there to be room for it, but I think beach volleyball kind of has that like volleyball slot as far as professional volleyball.
So you're indoor. My bad. I should clarify this. So you're all indoor. You don't play any beach?
Yeah, all indoor. The most beach I'll play is like cross training or something.
Why'd you pick indoor over beach when you were?
Well, beach wasn't as popular when I was younger. So just since I've been in high school, the game, at least for young kids growing up, we weren't trained specifically on the sand. It was mostly you played sand as a supplement to indoor, but indoor was the focus. And then when I was in high school, you started to see girls just stop playing indoor and focus on beach specifically. Mm-hmm. You see beach volleyball scholarships, beach volleyball in college now.
Yeah, it's huge now.
Yeah, and it's opening so many doors.
Yeah, it's great.
For girls, so they don't have to play indoor specifically, and they can train on the beach and get really good at it. Right. And then they don't have that dual. I guess they're considered two different sports now, I guess.
Yeah, I think your mic's good now.
Oh, sorry.
It looks... Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I had to hold it.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're
okay.
good. Yeah, so you're off to Italy now. So you have an agent? Like, is it just like...
Yeah.
Just like overseas hoop, you were saying?
Yeah, exactly the same thing. I signed with an agent after I graduated. Mm-hmm. So after I played my last collegiate game.
At Texas.
Mm-hmm. At Texas.
Longhorn legend.
Yes. I try. I bleed burnt orange.
Oh my
gosh.
Is that what they call their color? Burnt orange?
Burnt orange, yeah. Burnt orange and white. Burnt orange is like, I don't know. At first when I got there, I was like, okay, it matches my skin. So like, I was like, it doesn't look good on me. But there's so much of it, you just learn to fall in love with the color.
Right. Yeah, because that's like the school pride, the whole thing of it.
Texas pride is like unreal.
What drew you to volleyball originally? Like, how'd you find that passion? Because you love the game, right?
I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I've been playing since I was 11, I believe. So I'm going on 22 now, 11 years now. I originally played basketball when I was like YMCA, like little basketball. And I could not stand the physical contact. I just didn't like it. And running up and down the court, it just wasn't for me.
That's so funny.
I tried swimming after that. I did a lot of theater. I did a lot of ballet, dance when I was younger. And then I believe we were at a basketball tournament. And one of the kids on Khalil's team, his mom was like, why don't you have Yazzie check out volleyball? Because I had literally tried everything else there was to play. And my mom was like, okay, yeah, we'll check it out. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I started playing, like, I just fell in love. Like, I actually didn't even start playing on a court. My mom just got me a volleyball, and I was already like practicing my arm swing and like doing stuff at the park. And my brothers they were playing AAU, so they were at practice all the time. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of I was the youngest, so I was always following them around, like in the gym. So I'd be in their basketball gyms, like serving a volleyball at the wall and like just like passing to myself. So
that's amazing. Yeah. You love it. And then you were at a quick Google search, 3-time state champion in the state of California.
Goodness, you're taking me back to high school. Oh my goodness.
3-time state champion, 2-time Gatorade State Player of the Year or National Player?
1-time California Gatorade Player of the Year, my senior year. And then we won state my sophomore year. So 2-time state champion and 3-time CIF championship.
Jesus.
At 2 different schools.
You went to Marymount and then Redondo?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So I won at Marymount. I won 2 CIF titles at Marymount my freshman and sophomore year. And then my senior year at Redondo, we won CIF. Damn,
you got the chip and dipped.
Yeah, I loved both schools. Mm-hmm. It was definitely different volleyball, but just because of coaching style. Yeah. But I believe that between high school and club kind of made me into the player I am today.
And then off to Texas.
Yeah.
And then how was your experience there?
Man.
It looked like it was. I saw your senior night video. I was like, oh my fucking God. She is a legend.
Yeah, I get
standing ovation.
I get some love at Texas. Those are my people out there. It was awesome. College volleyball, and anyone who plays college volleyball or college sports in general can tell you that it's a roller coaster. Yeah. I was there for 3.5 years, played 4 seasons, and it's a grind. Yeah. Like, it is a mean grind. And you get in there as a freshman. I decided to commit to Texas when I was a sophomore in high school. So you're so young making that decision.
Wait, you decided as a sophomore?
Yeah, I committed to Texas my sophomore year.
15, 16?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a crazy age. You should be making life decisions like that.
Trust me, it is. And luckily, I made a good decision.
Right.
And I fit where I fit at Texas. But, you know, I couldn't have seen myself like loving it. I didn't know that. I just kind of knew what I was when I was 15. I was like, ooh, this looks fun. Like, I'm excited. And I was fortunate enough to have been able to go to an amazing program. But that's a big decision when you're 15 years old.
Why'd you commit so young?
It's volleyball now. People are committing real young. My teammate, Micaiah White, she committed when she was a freshman. Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's and I think it's just getting younger and younger because teams want to get the best athletes, and they're searching at talent when they're, I think you go on the radar of coaches around the end of middle school.
Yeah, because there's a lot of scholarships now too, right, for indoor and beach, I think.
Yeah, beach is growing a lot, but yeah, indoor, man, like, it offers so many opportunities. It's crazy. Like, sometimes I forget how much. Like,
what do you mean when you say that? It offers.
There's so many scholarships at so many different schools as well. And it's kind of like you're able to use volleyball to maybe get into a school that you couldn't have got on just by yourself, and you can still excel there. So it's kind of like it enables you to get a better opportunity.
Yeah, because like UT's a great school.
Yeah, it's a great school. And my grades were good, not to get me wrong, and everything. But, you know, getting into college, like,
it's no joke.
Just like a normal student, like, that is difficult.
Yeah, no, that's really tough.
Like, everyone has good grades. Everyone has good SAT scores. So it's kind of like what separates you from everyone else.
Right, exactly.
And when you have a sport on your side, like, that helps.
Yeah, 100%.
Because sports are entertainment, and when you go and you're really good too, you can go somewhere that wants to see that, and they're gonna help you get there. So.
Right. So what's the jump from the sport like from high school to college? Is it like a big talent jump, and where you?
It's just
I don't know much about volleyball.
Jump.
You know, yeah.
It's a big everything jump. Luckily. So my experience may be different than obviously other people, just because Texas is so big and has so many resources. And since day one, they always tell us, like, and you don't really learn until you're probably like a sophomore or junior, just how much we have.
Yeah.
And I would bring like my parents or my brothers to come see the school and come see our facilities and everything. And everyone's always blown away. And you kind of realize, like, they give us the world and more there. And we work for it. We work hard. Right. Like, if you go in the gym any day of the week, like, those girls are working their butts off, and it's competition 24/7. They're actually starting preseason right now, so they'll have their orange and white scrimmage this weekend. Hopefully I'll be able to tune in for that.
Like, you been back there at all?
I haven't been back. I wanted to, but I've been crazy summer. I've been everywhere. I was gonna go back this week, and then just family stuff. I gotta be with my family.
Yeah,
so.
You don't see them often, right?
Never. That's why, like, with just recent stuff happening, just gotta see them.
Yeah.
I've just been realizing that, like, family's so important, and like I've always like loved to be with my family, but I never realized how much time I was away.
Yeah.
Especially at school, like. We would only get so often, so many breaks. And then I was always splitting those break times with being in LA. And then my boyfriend was in Germany. So I would be in LA, and then I'd fly to Germany, and then I'd go right back to school. And then it'd be like the same process.
Yeah. That'll wear on you too. That's a lot of traveling, like, on your breaks. Yeah.
And I wasn't even getting the miles. That's what sucks. I didn't even know. I wasn't even thinking about racking up the miles until like I think it was like last year. I wasn't even getting the miles. I was flying all those miles. I was so upset.
Yeah,
so now I got my miles rewards going.
I've seen a video of you. I remember me and Khalil were watching your championship game. And it was on like ESPN too.
Okay.
I was looking for this clip. I could not find it. But it's like you in the locker room between sets, and you're just like guys, this is it. Like there's no tomorrow. Like, me and Khalil were like, oh my god.
I believe that was my.
I think that was like your sophomore year.
Yeah, I think so. Because I remember, I think we talked about it afterwards.
100. I was like, yeah, that was the most inspiring thing I've seen in a year. Like you're sitting in the locker room as a sophomore, like this is it, guys.
That competition, man, it just like it comes over you, like.
Right, but you just seem so mellow, and then it just like the switch flips.
Yeah, I try. Just my style of play, like I always try to keep a calm head, like 24/7. Like I'll get excited and stuff, but if we're down or like it's tough, like I've just always believed like you got to get the next point. So like if I'm putting my energy into the last point, that's going to take energy away from the next point.
Right.
And then that reduces my chances of winning the next point. So my old club coach, Joy, she's the head coach at Long Beach State right now. And she was a huge influence about that. Like she's so chill. It's crazy.
Got it.
And she just like really taught us just to kind of be and go play. I remember she actually texted me before that game, and it's crazy, like the Final Four, that stage, like you just
how was
you don't
that?
get used to it.
How was that feeling?
I was
just
there.
Talk like a little closer to the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I was there. So we went my freshman year, and I wasn't really playing the beginning of the season. And then he kind of put me in a little bit towards the middle of the season. And then by the end of the season, I was starting. And we made it to the Final Four. And I was a freshman.
That was your freshman year?
Yeah. And I was freaking out. Like, but I was like, you know what? Like, I'm freaking out, but then I'm also really still. So I'm like slowly making my thoughts like kind of slow down, right? Really realizing where I am. And she texted me and she was like, just put your feet on the ground, close your eyes, and go play your game. And luckily I was able to have really great performances every time we went to the Final Four. I think my freshman year in the finals, I think I got something, I can't remember what it was, something for the Final Four, like award or something.
I don't even remember.
Well. I don't remember the name of it. But it was something for doing well.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I'm fortunate to have a lot of great people in my corner who just like know me and know exactly what to say to kind of get me going.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah.
Like just
it was huge.
Take it all in and be in the moment, put your feet on the ground, like feel where you are.
And now I do that. Anytime I'm stressed, anytime I go into a big game, I just step on the court, I close my eyes, and I just...
That's so sick.
I just be, yeah.
No, I love that. And then so how did that transition go from Texas to the Philippines? So you just signed with an agent, and then what was the game like? Was the play style the same, or was that way different?
Very different. Very, very different. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain. It was... I'm at a loss for words, honestly. It was very different. Just the college style of play, or at least at Texas in the gym, we were all super physical. Like people are bombing balls. That means just like... Sorry, like hitting the ball really hard. Got it. Like
bombing ball. I like that.
Like just super aggressive people who are super athletic. Like our middle touched like 11 feet. Yeah.
Touched 11 feet?
Yeah, she was a freshman.
My goodness.
She's a crazy athlete. Her name's Brianne. She's so good.
Shout out.
She's about to, keep an eye out for her. She's about...
So how high is the net?
How high is the net? Is it 7'4"?
And she's touching 11?
She's touching 11. She will get like her armpits like reaching over.
That's not fair.
She's insane. Oh man, she's gonna kill.
And she's at Texas now?
Yeah, she's at Texas, and she is going into she redshirted her first year, so I think she's a sophomore now.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah, I think she's a sophomore now.
Touching 11. She's dunking that. Easy.
Feet. She's like hitting over people.
Yeah.
Like people are blocking and there's just no match because she's so physical. So like that level of physicality, like obviously not everyone's there, but that's the kind of stuff that you can see in college volleyball. But then when I was in the Philippines, it's a different style of game. They're tooling, which means
what does that
mean? Like chopping the ball off the like side of your arms. Like it's real quick,
so that's like a strategy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not as athletic?
Because they're not as tall. In the Philippines league, I think one of the taller players was probably around like 5'10", 6 feet.
One of the taller players? And how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
Oh, so you were
I was
killing
huge
it
out there. I was a lot bigger than everyone. But that tournament that I played in, it's called the Grand Prix, and you get 2 imports per team. And so each
this
team
is in the
brings,
Philippines. So the Grand Prix. So you didn't play like a season. It was just a grand.
I don't know. Like it is a season, but it's short because it's a tournament. But it was like 3 months long.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it went from, I got there in January and left in April.
Okay.
The end of April. But yeah, just a different style of play. So when, say I went up to like get a big stuff block and my arms are reaching over and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to get it. They're like hitting underneath the ball.
Got it.
So they're just chopping away, hitting elbows.
That's so smart.
So you have to play. You have to really like press your arms in. You have to fix your.
And they weren't playing like that in college.
You have
not
people
as much
doing the ball, but it's not as choppy and they're like. I'm trying to think of how to say it. Like when you have 2 blockers up. Sometimes one blocker doesn't get close enough to the other blocker. So it's what we call a seam in between the blockers. And basically to hit the seam, you have to shorten your arm swing and hit real quick. And so when you have a bigger hitter, usually they go for power. They go high hands, which means they try to tool off the top of the hands, or they just try to power it through. But when you have a smaller hitter, they're either going to chop it off the edges or they're going to just like chop it real quick through that seam. It's so hard to play defense against. Yeah. Because you'll think you have it and then it just like clips you.
That's got to be frustrating.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
And you're the power, though?
Like I'm power.
Just drill that thing.
I'm gonna like over the years that was my biggest thing is learning how to control my power and learning when to go 100 and when to go 60 because my 60, as I've learned and my coaches always tell me, my 60 is hard enough. So there's no need to go 100 all the time.
Oh, your 100 might kill somebody.
I don't know if you saw the clip from the Philippines.
No.
I knocked the girl down.
Wait, do you have that on tap?
Yeah.
Can you pull that up?
Hold on, I have it on Twitter
somewhere.
Oh
my God.
I'm surprised Khalil didn't show you. Let me find it.
That's so funny. Wait, so how'd you guys do in the Grand Prix?
We lost in the quarterfinals. Yeah. So how it worked was... Sorry, let me find this.
I'll embed this in the clip too.
Okay. I can show you some of the clips from the Philippines.
Wait, so did you drill her or what?
Yeah, I got her right in the face.
Oh, yes. You said you knocked her down?
Wait till I show you the clip. I'm going to show you the clip.
Oh, my gosh.
If I can find it.
That poor girl.
Oh, wait, I think I found it. Oh, I found it.
I want to see this so bad. You see this? Oh! Wait, you smoked her.
I think they go slow.
They better slow-mo really this for me.
There, yeah.
Oh my God. Dang, there's fans there.
Yeah, they love volleyball there.
Yeah.
Everyone,
Oh, she's crying. She's literally crying. Here comes the slow. Yeah. No.
I'm surprised you haven't seen this.
You smoked her.
Yeah.
So do you feel good about that? You probably do, right?
I do and I don't. Like, obviously, I don't want to hit like.
Right.
It's I don't like. It's a weird like. Okay, it's cool to like hit somebody in the face and knock them over. Like, because then it shows like just how like strong you're hitting the ball.
Yeah.
But then again, like I don't want someone to be hurt or anything like that.
That is so funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She was really crying.
I think she was laughing.
Was she laughing? She looked like she was crying.
I think it was like one of those like in between things where you're just like, but you're in pain, but like you're trying to laugh it off.
That poor girl.
She was okay though. She like kept playing and everything, so she was fine. But
that is so funny.
That wasn't my first. I think.
So those games are televised, like in.
Mm-hmm. They were all on. Here, I'll show you another ball.
Was this another one?
No. This is just like.
Oh, okay, got you.
They were really good with like having your highlights on there.
Dang, you got your jersey and you got your name on the back and everything.
So they were really great with like coverage on games.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom came and I got MVP of the game and they interviewed her with me.
No way. Did they give her any airtime? Did she get the mic?
She was on the interview at the end of the game.
Oh my God, I love Elizabeth.
I think they showed her during the game as well. Mm-hmm. And luckily I played well that game, so she got some attention and everything. But that just like that's another thing. Like when she walked in the locker room, all the girls on my team were like, "Mom," like "Auntie," like it's just that kind of like loving family.
Yeah.
And I had only known these girls for maybe like a month or so, and they just like welcomed me with open arms, and like that's all I could have asked for.
Yeah.
As like a first season overseas.
Exactly, because I feel like
so much love.
That would be like tougher. Like the tough part of it is who you're playing with, because you never played with them, you don't know them.
Exactly. I was really nervous, just like being in a new place. Having a new team, because I had been with the girls I had been playing with for 4 years, and then prior to that, my club team, we had all been playing together for 3+ years as well. So I was like, how's this gonna work? It's weird, but they were like the sweetest, nicest girls ever. Like I don't think there was one issue on the team. Like usually, you know, sometimes you get like a little like cattiness or whatever. Not at all.
Nothing.
And that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like overseas basketball is so different than that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much. I only know Justin, my boyfriend's experiences. And in Germany, he's had all great experiences, which has been great. Like he's loved. This is his 4th year and his 3rd team. He's been in Germany all 4 years, and everywhere he's gone, like the guys have just been super cool. Yeah. The team he's on now, though, everyone's like married basically and has kids. So we're the only couple that like one couple that wasn't married just got engaged this summer.
That's crazy.
So we're kind of the only like.
Y'all are up next.
I don't know. I'm only 22. I tell him that all the time. I definitely God. He's definitely the guy I want to marry, but
damn, yeah.
We can
That's amazing.
I'm not in a rush to do the wedding and all that. I want to live in the same country at least. Honestly. Yeah. Is there good volleyball in Germany? Yeah, really good volleyball.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So hopefully we end up in the same country.
Dang. So ideally, like where is your career take? Do you want to play till you're like as long as you can go? Or?
These are great questions, actually. These are questions I've been asking. No, honestly, these are questions I've been asking myself. Yeah. And kind of where I'm at now is just, this is going to be my first full season. So I'll be done in May. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, full season.
That's like a whole 9...
Yeah, that's 10 months basically almost. A year.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Damn near.
Yeah, so...
Wait, what part of Italy is it?
It's down south. It's called Cutrofiano.
Oh, that's my Italy.
It's
all I know is Florence and Rome. So
you know how it's 5 hours from Rome.
Okay.
5 hours south. You know how Italy's shaped like a boot?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the heel of the boot.
Okay, that's all you had to say.
Yeah.
I got it.
So I'm kind of close to the water.
Yeah.
And then it's just a quick pop over to Greece, I believe, too.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, I'm excited. So the port that goes, I cannot remember the name of the city, but it goes directly into Greece, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 30 minutes away from me. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have enough free time to kind of explore.
And you get to get out there and see the world, too, like, while doing what you love. That's so amazing.
It's honestly, it's the best ever.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done with the season, Justin's season won't be over till probably the end of May. So I'll go back to LA and then I'll go to Germany again.
Rack the miles up.
Racking the miles up. And Ziggy will be with me the whole time.
And that's your dog.
Mm-hmm.
So is he going out to Italy?
Yeah, he's a world traveler.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's going to be very well traveled.
He has been.
So he was born
in
right?
Germany. Mm-hmm. And I can give you a picture to.
I'll throw it in there.
I just got him an ice cream harness. Hold on, you gotta see it. It's
Oh
the
my
cutest thing ever. He's so handsome,
cream harness.
and he trots around that. He was trotting around the house in it because he knew he looked so good.
Buddy, when'd you get him? Oh, he's unreal.
So we got him when I got back from the Philippines.
Buddy, he's so cute.
Right, he's precious, and he's just such a love bug. But yeah, so he was born in Germany. He was about 20 minutes away from Justin's team. Mm-hmm. They're in Oldenburg, so they're way up north. They're like right next to the Netherlands.
Oh, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Amsterdam was only 3 hours away.
Ooh.
Which was awesome.
Yeah,
we would go there
fun.
whenever we got like more than a day,
like
or
a
he
train
got
ride.
more than a day off. And we'd just hop over there. Or Groningen was only an hour and like 15 away, and it's kind of like a mini Amsterdam.
Oh,
so it was perfect. Yeah. I don't know if a lot of people kind of know about Groningen.
I don't,
but
personally.
It's really beautiful, and it's like just it's like a smaller Amsterdam.
I've heard great things about Amsterdam. So
have you been?
I haven't been.
You gotta go.
I know, I want to go.
You gotta go.
I almost went, but I went to Vienna instead. You've been to Vienna? I love Vienna.
I've heard great things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I love
that's
Vienna.
a tough choice.
I know, right? So I went. Yeah, I did Vienna.
You'll have
I want
to
get
go
to
back.
Amsterdam too.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
But we got off track a little bit. Your ideal career?
Oh yes, sorry.
Where do you see that going?
So after this long season, I'm gonna kind of see like how I do. If I'm in a position to like really jump and like make really great money, then I'm gonna do that. And my body's like, it's all kind of about how my body's feeling.
Right. Have you had any bad injuries or anything?
No bad injuries. I had some back stuff going on. Yeah.
Don't mess with
and that was my junior year of college. And thankfully, Texas, I had the world's best trainer, literally, and strength coach. And they got me back and got me in a routine. And so it's been under control ever since like the fall of my senior year. We really got it under control. And I haven't had any issues with it since. So as long as that can stay put, that would be great. And then I'd like to play for as long as possible. I love playing volleyball, and it's something I know I'm good at, so I don't have to worry about entering the working world. But worst case scenario, if my body's just not feeling it, after this year or the next, I want to go to law school. So that's that's a huge part of why I want to make as much money as I can, because I'm not trying to have student loan. So as much as I love playing volleyball, I'm also using it to set me up for whatever career path I want to take.
Fucking
so
smart.
I'm comfortable in finding something I want to do, because it's just all about having options. I believe in life. The more options you have, like the more opportunities. And if I can set myself up to have the most options as possible, like that's what I'm going to do.
That's a great mentality to carry in.
Yeah.
It's like I'm doing what I love, but at the same time, I'm setting myself up for what I want to do after. And you're not blowing all your money.
No. At least I'm trying not to, but Ziggy's trying to blow all my money.
Dogs are expensive.
Man, you're telling me.
Yeah.
That vet bill came through. I was sick. I was literally like, she gave me the bill, and I just was like,
for what, like the shots or?
Yeah, he had an allergic reaction to something, or I think it was turkey, and then his skin like got infected from it, so he got like a bacterial infection in his skin, which. And he's my little baby, so I have to do everything for him. I can't see him itching and stuff. Like, so I bit the bullet, and I paid for it as much. And I called Justin after. I said, Justin, that vet bill. He goes, what?
Yeah.
I was like, don't worry. I got it. It's fine.
That's so funny. Oh, my God. So it pays pretty well, though? Like, you don't have to give me exact numbers or anything?
Yeah, no. You can make very good money. So this is like considered kind of, well, I'm considering kind of my rookie year since this is my first full season. So my goal, best case scenario, would be to end up playing the short seasons in Asia. So in Europe, you have the typical long season.
Okay, so
but in Asia, you can find shorter seasons that are about 4 or so months. And they pay really well.
Really?
So that would be my biggest goal, is to go play. I believe China has short seasons, if I'm not mistaken. And you kind of get in China, I believe, and this is what I've been told, is that a lot of times in Asia, you're getting paid to be a power hitter. You're getting paid to score points. And that's what I do. That's my thing. So if I can end up somewhere where I'm getting paid to do what I'm best at, that's the best case scenario for me.
Got it. So the short season's more appealing?
Yeah.
Because just easier on your body?
Yeah, easier on my body. And you can play, if they set up right, you can play 2 different places if need be. But then you're kind of not... you're not in that 8 months,
right?
And there for 8 months.
That's a long time too.
Yeah, it is, and just like it's a long time away from my family.
Right, definitely.
You kind of, and what I've realized just on this short part that I've been away from the States is like my family is in Los Angeles. And then when I'm overseas, it's like that's all still going on, but I got put on pause because I'm living in this little dream world. And then I come back and it's like things were happening. Like I talked to my brothers, I talked to my family members, and they're like their lives are moving on and everything. So I don't want to miss too much of family time. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the shorter season is definitely. And do they pay for your housing or like they do?
Yeah. Housing.
So your expenses are
and
low.
Car.
You get a car too?
Yeah. So that's the best part about playing overseas.
Yeah.
Is you're very well taken care of.
Yeah.
Especially housing wise, car wise, like all those bills are paid for. And so you're basically pocketing what you're making.
All of it.
Like,
yeah.
Especially if you're in a country where expenses are low as far as food and stuff, you're bringing in most of your paycheck.
Yeah, like all of it.
Basically. Like, if you do it right, like, you can bring in almost all of your paycheck.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so... That's the one perk I would say between the NBA and overseas basketball, because I believe in the NBA, don't you pay for like your house and stuff?
Yeah. Unless you're on like a 2-way contract, I think, then they pay for your apartment or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, they set you up and you're just there to play, basically. And that sounds nice to me.
That's so fucking nice. And so Justin's out in Germany for the last 4 years, you said?
Yeah, he was in Gießen his first year, which is near Frankfurt. And then he was in Ludwigsburg his second year, which is near Stuttgart. And then he's in Oldenburg right now, which is way up north.
He's all over the place.
He's everywhere. But Germany's been so great to him.
Yeah.
He actually just came back from an ACL injury. Yeah, he tore his ACL last May. And the team he's on now actually took him while he was still hurt, helped him rehab, and then
that's great, though.
re-signed him for this season. So he's been really fortunate to find some great teams and just And the fact that they took him while he was rehabbing was amazing.
Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah.
Like, that's
hard to find. So they're just great people over there. Every time I've come to visit, especially in Oldenburg, that was the longest time I've been out there.
Yeah.
And they were so sweet. Like, they just brought me in. And Ziggy. They love Ziggy, too. They always ask about him.
So you can just travel with the like dog. You bring him on the plane.
Yeah, he sits with me.
You don't have to put him under the. You can just bring him on the plane.
He's small enough. Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to like claim he's like a support dog, emotional support dog or something. Do you do that?
Huh? What?
You're sick for that.
No. I do, but I mean, it is a nice perk, but he really does help me. Like, I do see someone about like the anxieties of just kind of life and death. Actually, I don't want to get too dark on here. But yeah, ever since I got Zigno, I've actually like calmed down about kind of those scary life thoughts. So even though it is a perk for airlines and whatever, he actually has been like kind of the most amazing thing that's happened.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So
except for that vet bill.
Except for the vet bill and the pooping, and the farts. Oh my gosh, his farts are heinous. They are the most disgusting things I've ever smelled, and he will just let them rip right there sitting next to you.
That is so wild.
And you'll think he like pooped, right?
Jeez.
Like literally you'll think he pooped on your leg. And there was one time I was holding him and I was petting him, and I feel a gust of wind on my arm. And then I go, Ziggy, did you poop? Like, did you fart?
Yeah.
And he gives me side eye. He just looks up at me like, and
it's
goes,
like, what?
Yeah. He's like,
what?
Keep petting, please.
Oh my God.
So
that's too funny.
But he's been such a blessing. He's like he's like a kid, basically.
Yeah, that's great. I've always heard people say that when I want to get a dog too, but my apartment won't let me.
Really?
Nah. Yeah, but I love where I live, so I can't.
Yeah, it's
a lot of work too, like commitment.
Man, it's a big commitment. It's a huge commitment, but honestly, like, it kind of gave me more structure after leaving school. I didn't like have a schedule anymore. Like, I was on a super schedule at school, like practice, weights, homework, sleep, eat, like just major schedule. And like after graduating, I didn't have it. Yeah. It was kind of like, okay, I'm floating. Like, I'm just definitely kind of living.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with that too.
Yeah, you know? I believe it, because that structure, man, ever since when you're little, you have things to do. Your parents put you in sports, or you're in school, and then once school is over, you don't have class to go to. It's kind of like, what am I doing?
What do I do with my life now?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And luckily, I had volleyball, so I kind of knew what I was doing. But now that me and like all my friends are graduating, it's interesting to see like people's paths and where they go. Everyone's kind of like, oh, what do we do now?
No, it's super interesting to watch, like seeing what people do and like what route certain people choose.
It's crazy. My friend Christina, she's moving to New York to model, actually. So she played volleyball at Harvard, graduated from there, and she's modeling now. So she'll start that. And
that's great though. Like,
it's amazing. I love seeing like my friends flourish. Like, that's the best feeling in the world.
Like, so one person that we both know that I've kind of seen, like Trey Mason, he just seems to be doing so good.
He's
like,
living
life.
He's like
in law school now, but he's like so happy. And like, we played basketball the other day. He's just like,
that's great. I love to see that. I love that family.
They're great.
My people.
Oh yeah.
Mia's my girl. That's my sister right there.
Yeah, no, definitely. But just back on like the volleyball stuff, like I've seen it. This is like, has this been going on for a while? Like the pro volleyball overseas indoor, or is it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like
a while.
Really? That's the first I've heard of it. I thought it was all the only time I've seen it is like beach in the Olympics, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was the route.
It's not uncommon that people don't know a lot about it, because whenever people ask me like what I'm gonna do after school, and I'm gonna go play volleyball, they're like, they pay you to do that, and I'm like, yeah, they do.
Yeah. Did you see like there's fans, like that little clip you showed me? There was people there.
Oh, you should see some of the German games, like those. Oh wait, I think I have. Do I have pictures? They're into it though.
Yeah, I bet.
Like big time, big time. One of my friends who played at Texas was playing for a team in Germany, and her team won the German league, and it was huge.
Really?
Huge, like huge sponsorships. The fan base, like crazy. It's amazing. Like Europe, like they love their sports.
Yeah, they do.
Love them.
Yeah.
I went to go see just like a scrimmage. My friend was playing in Münster, which is in Germany, and I was luckily able to catch just a scrimmage at like a high school gym. It was packed.
A scrimmage?
Yeah, a scrimmage.
Yeah, that's
a scrimmage in like this small town. Like they just love it. There's such a sense of community over there.
That's great. Was it like that for you in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Like you got some fans out there too,
I do. They still comment on my stuff. Like they're so sweet.
Yeah.
And then I'll see my DMs, and like a few of them will still, I'm like, thanks for the love. I appreciate it, because sometimes, you finish playing somewhere and then the fans forget about you.
That's so
But
funny.
no, tried and true. And they're all genuinely like, they want you to come back. They're like, please come back, play another season. Because they all get excited about. So the Philippines, there's 3 separate tournaments, which makes up their season. So there's an all Filipino season or tournament, and then there's the Grand Prix, which is what I played in, and then I believe there's a third. I'm not exactly sure how that one works. So there's like a small break in between each, and that makes up their full season.
Got it.
So technically, for the players who are playing in all those tournaments, the locals, their season will be very long with some breaks in between.
Right, but you said you get 2 imports for the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And so is the top level in, like you said, A1?
A1 Italy
is the top level. So are those mostly former college players from the U.S. or like who makes up those teams mostly?
I don't know how many imports you get, because you can get, like, they don't just bring in people from the U.S. Like these are girls around Europe.
Over,
and players in Europe are really good.
So do you only get 2 imports for like the A1 league too, or?
I'm not positive. I don't want to misspeak. I cannot remember. I'm trying to think like what I've seen, but I know.
Good,
in Germany, I don't believe so, because there were quite a few Americans on one of the teams. So I'm not exactly sure what the rules are there. But I believe you get more. I think you get more than 2. I know for sure in Germany you get more than 2.
Got it.
Yeah. But then they also bring in girls from other European countries.
Damn. So how common is it to go play pro if you play in college? Pretty common. Uncommon.
It seems common to me because of
not that common.
where I'm from. Like coming from Texas, it's like you go to Texas. If you're a hitter, for sure.
Oh, really?
Go play. Yeah. So back row, so the libero position, I believe there's only 1 spot. And a lot of them are local players.
Right.
So typically a libero from the United States wouldn't go play overseas.
Huh.
And then you have your setter, your middle, your right side, and your left side. And those are typically the players that will go play overseas.
Got it.
And then the more points you score, so the more, like if you're an outside, you're getting a lot of sets. So you're going to typically score more points. If you're a right side, you're still getting a lot of sets. You're going to score more points. So they're probably going to get paid more because You score points.
So that's how it works.
Yeah.
The more points you score, the more you get paid.
So if you're coming in and averaging 20 points a game, and that includes serving, hitting, blocking, and then I can't remember. I think that's it. And each game you're getting about 20, 25, 22, whatever the case may be. That's really good.
Yeah.
So then teams are going to want you because you're scoring points.
Right.
So
if you score well in A2, then the A1 will come.
I hope so. I hope so. That's the plan. I'm trying to score as many points as I can.
Gotta love that. Love that. All right, we done damn near an hour now.
Really?
Yeah.
That was so
time
fast.
has flown by.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of crazy. But so last question for you. Like 10 years time, where do you see yourself being happiest? Like just living a fulfilled life. What's that look like for you? You're 22?
I'm 22.
Man, you're young.
Yeah.
You got time.
I'm young. So 10 years, I'll be 32. Hopefully, I have my law degree, and I'm working in some capacity in the criminal justice system.
So that's where you want to target. Why criminal justice? What sparks that?
Actually, a sociology class I took at Texas, my professor the class just really opened my eyes to the criminal justice system and all the issues that come with it.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to make an impact in some way with my life. So after volleyball,
that's amazing.
I want to impact in a positive way. And I've always loved the law. Since I was young, I want to be a lawyer. I want to go to law school. And then for a moment, I was like, man, law school looks hard. I kind of got down on it. And then I took this class, and it really sparked that back inside of me. And I was like, I want to become a prosecutor. And I actually was able to go to San Francisco, which is where they're doing a lot of reform in the criminal justice system there. And I feel like that's a great way for me to help people.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You're a great person.
Which I wish we had more time, because I could go on and on about it.
Oh my God, yeah.
But we can always chat later about
we can
that.
get another one in too.
Yeah.
One of these days.
When I get back.
Yeah,
I can
when you're
tell
back.
you all about my experience and everything. I'll be back in May.
I would love that.
Yeah, let's do
Yazzie,
it.
thanks for coming.
Of course.